Hello, good morning from beautiful Cappadocia. So today I'm going to be answering your questions that you all asked me on my Instagram. I will be looking at my phone because I obviously don't have a great memory and I totally had to write them down. So one of the questions I got after I posted some of my pictures here in Cappadocia was if I went hot air balloon riding and how was it. So we still can see some in the background, not as many. I don't know what happened today. I guess it's Monday, so everyone did it over the weekend. But it was an amazing experience. So I decided to include a small film because it was something that you guys should just see for yourselves. This was taken from my iPhone, no edits, no nothing. And I just couldn't believe I was there riding a hot air balloon in Turkey. I was in awe. I was incredible. This was taken at around 5:30 in the morning. Yes, they do pick you up really early from your hotel room at around like 4:30. It's a great way to start your morning, and it's just I've never seen anything like that. I was impressed. It was magical. So I definitely suggest that if you are coming to definitely do it. Right now the prices are a lot lower as well. Since they just opened, I guess it's a way of getting people to come in. So we paid $60 and we booked here in person when we got here, so it's definitely a steal, definitely a deal. I know before COVID they were like over $200, so definitely something to do. And after you've gotten on them, definitely sit and watch because it's a really amazing view and it does make great Instagram pictures. Another question I was asked is, what areas did you go to in Turkey? So I just really came here to Cappadocia for 3 days, and then I did Istanbul for 5 days. And then from here, I'll be going to Greece. Is there a time difference? So I am guessing this person asked from New York. So yes, from here to New York, there is about a 7-hour difference. So right now, for example, right here is like 6:30 in the morning. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. If you're gonna call someone, you kind of don't want to disturb their sleep, or if we're sleeping, or the person's abroad, you might want to check so that you don't disturb their sleep. How's the Wi-Fi? Can you work remote? So I currently work remote. I work in a foster care agency, and I've been working remote for a year. And definitely, I had great Wi-Fi. I had my Zoom meetings. I was able to enter my notes. I was able to use my email without an issue. So you can definitely work remote. Just keep in mind the time difference. It works great for me because while people are sleeping, I can work, and vice versa. So you can definitely work. And I worked here and in Istanbul both, and I had great connection in both places. Is there public transportation, or do you need to rent a car? So in Istanbul there was definitely public transportation. There was buses, trains, and like trams, I guess they're called. I'm not really sure what they're called, but definitely a whole bunch of ways to get around. Super cheap as well. You just get kind of like a Metro card. For my fellow New Yorkers, y'all know what that is. You get a Metro card, super cheap, like 3 liras, which is less than 50 cents to ride, and they come really often. And you just get around like that. You put it on your phone and you go about your day. Yeah. Here in Cappadocia, no public transportation, but everything is walking distance. And if you do a tour, transportation is also included. So not something you would have to worry about. How's the food? Very tasteful or very bland? So I decided to do a little voiceover on one because I'm a foodie, and I think it's best for you guys to see what the food looks like, see all of the different meals that you guys can check out and try. Definitely a lot of variety in food, which I loved. The food is definitely not bland. It had lots of flavors, lots of like little sauces, and lots of spices, and just extra things, added to the food that gave it like that good, rich flavor. I mean, half the time I didn't know what I was really eating, but I like to try new foods, so I took advantage of that. And these are some of the meals. I'm sure there's a lot more. I know there's a lot more, but I couldn't try it all. Also, side note, I just learned how to do voiceovers, so now I'm a little bit, obsessed with it. So that's why you get a second one. And the food is also really cheap, so even if you try something you don't like it, you can just get something else because you pay like $2-3 for it. So it kind of makes it okay to try different things and not be mad if you don't like it because it's cheap. You didn't like break your pocket for it. Trip costs. So if you're coming from New York, it depends. So it depends. I definitely don't think it was an expensive trip. Food is very, very cheap. On average, you'll spend like $6 on your meal at a restaurant, and you'll get like a really good meal. Transportation, like I mentioned, is very, very cheap. Like museums, places like hiking trails, nice parks with views are all very cheap, and if not free. What else? I think the most expensive things you'll do are like the hot air balloon, and if you do like a tour, which we did actually, and we only paid like $15 for ATVs, 2 hours. You stopped at different places. So and hotels average, like this hotel that we're staying at, this really nice cave hotel, was like $45 a night. And in Istanbul, we stayed in Beyoğlu, and it was also pretty cheap. So I think it's definitely doable and affordable. I am a drinker, and I haven't been drinking this trip because that's where I spend my most money. So that has saved me a ton of money. So whenever I want to have a drink, I have a beer, and yeah, self-control on that one. So yeah, don't drink. It saves money. Did you visit any beaches here in Turkey? So I did not visit any beaches because I'll be going to Greece, like I mentioned. So I'm gonna leave that for that. But I know that in Istanbul there was 2 like islands that some people were gonna visit, and do some like water activities. I heard great things about them. I'll name them down below in case you're interested. I didn't get to go to them, but I definitely heard you can get there in public transportation, and it doesn't take that long, and it's not too far from the city. So it can also be a day trip if you're running short on time, or if you want to like, you know, check it out. How do you travel so far? How do you do it? So like I mentioned, I work remote, and so I just kind of pick up and go. I save some money usually and budget, you know, so I can be able to take a trip. Which I think when you think about it too much, you start panicking, you start thinking about it, and then you don't end up anywhere. So I just kind of look at a map, see what's open, see what's doable. I don't drive, so I always kind of pick a place where I can kind of move around, and I just go. All right, so those were all the questions. I hope it was helpful. This is my first travel related video, and I hope to do more, and I will see you guys soon.